If you're looking for some awesome movies or TV shows featuring best science fiction movies in 2023, you just click on the right video. Get ready to dive into these amazing ones that showcase unique connections. We're excited to share this ranking with you and would love to hear your favorites in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again. Number 1. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Director, James Mangold. His final adventure will be his greatest. In 1969, the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union is at its height. Indiana Jones has just come out of retirement when he is visited by his goddaughter Helena. She continues her father's search for the legendary Antikythera mechanism, a device that can predict and detect gaps in time. Professor Schmidt, who is actually a Nazi named Jürgen Voller, also wants to obtain this device at all costs in order to restore the Third Reich. Number 2. Paradise. Director, Boris Kunz. The film is set in the not-too-distant future, where the company Eon has become a multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical company. The startup has achieved this with a revolutionary technology that makes it possible to transfer lives from one person to another. This has serious consequences for parts of society. After his wife is forced to give up 40 years of her life to pay off an insurance debt, a man desperately searches for a way to get them back. Number 3. Rebel Moon. Part 1. A Child of Fire. Director, Zack Snyder. A peaceful colony on the edge of the galaxy is threatened by the armies of a tyrannical ruler named Belisarius. The mysterious Quora becomes their only hope for survival. Desperate, the colonists send the young woman with a troubled past to seek out warriors from neighboring planets and help them fight back. Quora gathers a small band of insurgents, displaced people, peasants and war orphans from various worlds who share two common goals: redemption and revenge. As the shadow of the kingdom advances over the most unlikely moon of all, the battle for the fate of a galaxy begins, and this new army of unlikely heroes depends on it. Number 4. Godzilla -1. Director, Takashi Yamazaki. Set in a socially and economically devastated Japan after the end of World War II, in which the country came out on the losing end. The situation reaches an even more critical level when a gigantic and mysterious creature emerges from the sea to ravage the country, the fearsome kaiju. Against this backdrop, feeling as if he has cheated death many times, is Koichi Shikishima, a kamikaze pilot. And when his group is attacked on Odo Island, with many warplane engineers killed by the gigantic monster, a huge guilt weighs on Shikishima, now a survivor. Number 5. The Creator. Director, Gareth Edwards. A science fiction drama film set in the distant future, in the midst of a planet gripped by an intense war between humans and artificial intelligence. Former Agent Joshua is recruited to locate and kill the Creator, a mysterious architect responsible for developing a weapon capable of ending the conflict and all of humanity. Joshua and his team then set off into a dark territory occupied by AI, but end up making a shocking discovery. The weapon they must destroy is, in fact, an artificial intelligence in the form of a child. Number 6. Hypnotic. Director, Robert Rodriguez. Detective Danny Rourke gets involved in the investigation of a complex case involving a series of large-scale robberies. During the investigation, Rourke discovers that his own daughter who is missing may be connected to the case in some way. And in addition to the pressure to solve the crimes, the detective still has to deal with a mysterious government program that, like his daughter, may have something to do with the conspiracy. In addition to Affleck, the production also features Brazilian actress Alice Braga in the role of Diana Cruz. Number 7. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Director, James Gunn. The beloved group of misfits seeks to establish themselves in nowhere, but it isn't long before their lives are upended by echoes of Rocket's turbulent past. Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, following the events of Avengers: Infinity War, 2018. Peter Quill reunites his team to defend the universe and a teammate. But this mission could mean the end of the Guardians as we know them if it isn't successful. The conclusion of the trilogy that began in 2014, It is the sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 2017. Number 8. No One Will Save You. Director Brian Duffield. Creative and talented young woman Bryn Adams is alienated from her community. Alone but always hopeful, Bryn finds solace within the walls of her childhood home until one night she is awakened by the strange sounds of what are unmistakably alien invaders. What follows is an action-packed confrontation between Bryn and a group of aliens who threaten her future and force her to confront her past. Number 9. 65. Director Scott Beck tells the story of Mills, who embarks on an epic adventure with his daughter to survive in a world 65 million years ago. While pilot Mills is in a spaceship with his little daughter Koa, a terrible accident occurs. Forced to land on an unknown planet, Mills soon realizes that he has actually landed on the previous world 65 million years ago. Mills and his daughter Koa, the only people alive, are forced to fight in this land full of dangerous creatures living in prehistory in order to escape the situation they have fallen into. Number 10. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Director Stephen Caple Jr. follows the adventures of the Predacons, Terracons and Maximal, who have recently joined the war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. Noah, a cunning young man from Brooklyn, and Elena, an aspiring archaeologist, embark on an adventure that will take them around the world. They, along with Optimus Prime and the Autobots, are drawn into the conflict as they face a terrifying new enemy called the Scourge, bent on destroying the universe. The war between the Autobots and the Decepticons is joined by the Predacons, Maximals and Terracons, who have also joined the Transformers world.